Don't be afraid to be great. I recall growing up, and there was a statement that would be said by some kids, not to me, I probably even said it to other people, but people would act a certain way, and certain students would act a certain way. And the statement was, you think you're all that. You think you all that in a bag of chips, or you think you act like your shit don't stink, or whatever it may be. These statements. And what I saw and what I thought about kind of early on, probably about high school, is I had a defining moment, and in that moment, I stopped and said, when someone stops based off of how I'm acting, or the energy that I'm giving off, or the perspective that I have, when they stop and they feel driven to say, you know what, Sam, you think you're all that. There's a very important decision that I have to make when that statement is made. And it's, do I stop from a pseudo humble stance and say, no, I'm not all that. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. Or do I do what I suggest you to do? Stop and say, I am all that. I am great. I am phenomenal. I do feel that I can do it. I do feel like I can do the best job. I know that I can put the work in, and I know that I'll be prepared whenever whatever y'all want to do gets done. I'll be able to compete, and I'll probably win, because that's where my confidence level is at. Now, there is a flip side to that. You being confident doesn't mean that you have to bash anybody. You know, if I'm rolling with a group of people, let's take my fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha, and take my Florida State chapter, Iota Delta. We're all competing. We're all pretty confident. So we can roll, and what's interesting about it, our group, is that we're not saying I'm better than you or you're better than me. It's saying that I'm great. And I'm gonna roll with people that feel they're great as well. So we don't have to deal with the complexes of people trying to neutralize where they feel we should be, or feel where I should be at, because that's dangerous. So I ask that you be cognizant of the energy that you're putting out in the universe when people say things that seem like you need to humble yourself. And in certain scenarios, that's exactly what you need to do. You need to recalibrate, humble yourself, manage your message, and see what you need to adjust to ensure that you're being inclusive. But at that same rate, there's many scenarios where you don't need to put the energy out that is unintentionally neutralizing your potential. You are great, you are phenomenal, and the same things that you learned when you were a kid, as far as you being able to do anything that you want, if you want it, you can actually do it. That engineer or that finance person or that salesperson that's awesome, they're awesome because they found something that they liked, they loved, they pursued, and they strategized, and now you sit back and say, wow, they're awesome. Everything is learned. You're a compilation of thoughts, and you're a compilation of everything that you've been exposed to. So never for one moment think, well, I'm good and everyone's good. Let everybody be everybody and focus on that in a different chapter. But the season that you need to be in sometimes is, I am driven, I am focused. If I need to compete, I can do the damn thing, and this is where my confidence level is at. And that confidence, while it may seem like arrogance to some, that disillusionalness and that confidence is exactly what you need to get you to that next point. So hopefully that was of help to you. Be great, be phenomenal, and know what you bring to the table.